Ian Hallard is here. Hello, Ian.
Good morning. How are you doing?
We're very good, thank you.
Oh, Ian, you aren't half an handsome man. Look at you.
You Googled him.
I've Googled you.
I bet you say that to all the boys.
No, I don't actually. Not round here.
Now, tell us about this play, Lilies.
It's a Canadian play initially. It was written in the late 80s by a very talented Canadian playwright called Michel-Marc. It was originally written in French. It's a French-Canadian play, and then it's been translated. And there was a very successful film in the early 90s which won the Canadian equivalent of the Oscar. And this is it's fairly rarely staged. The UK premiere of the play was staged only 5 years ago for the first time, 2007. And the same director who directed that version of the play, Joseph C. Walsh, has revived the play this year, and we've been on tour with it. We've done a little tour to the Dublin Gay Theatre Festival. We've been in Brighton at the Fringe Festival there, and now we're finishing up in Greenwich for a few nights as well.
Fabulous. Yeah, you're on for the next couple of nights. Just tell us what the sort of theme is and what role you play.
The play's set in a prison in 1952, and the main character is this guy called Simon Doucette, who's been falsely imprisoned for 40 years, and he's finally managed to persuade the man who he blames and who's responsible for him being in prison to come along and visit him. And he takes a slightly unusual approach because he basically stages a play about their paths together. So he and the other prisoners perform the play for the bishop character who comes and visits. So the bulk of the play is actually set 40 years earlier in 1912 in a pretty little Canadian village in the summer. And it's basically the story of Simon's love for his first love, a very handsome young man called Valier.
It's a play within a play.
It is indeed, that's right. So it's quite good fun. You have the two sides of it, and because it's all set in a men's prison, it means that all the characters, male and female, are played by male actors. So I have the immense joy and pleasure of playing a fabulous woman called Mademoiselle Lydiane de Rosier.
Oh, I fancy her already. I don't even know I fancy her.
Oh, yeah. I'm having so much fun playing her. I think it's the best part I've ever played.
Oh, my goodness.
Why is that?
She's a glamorous Parisian hot air balloonist, basically. She's a bit of a cougar. She's got a touch of Joan Collins, Stephanie Beacham, circa 1986.
Oh, nice.
And I basically spend the show kind of issuing bitchy put-downs to people and either seducing or slapping the young men in the show.
You've just sold it to me. Isn't this strange? And I'm so sorry. I've just been sold by that. I really have.
All the time wearing a silk peach camisole and bright red lipstick. So I never want to stop playing this part. I'm taking it everywhere with me.
I can imagine. It sounds like a real fun challenge at the same time.
It is. It really is. Yeah. I mean, because Joe, the director, and those of us who are playing women are really. It's a huge amount of fun. There's a lot of laughs, but there's a lot of high emotion, and there's tears as well, and
slapping.
There's slapping, absolutely. But we've been really concerned that we're not drag queens, we're not panto dames, we're playing them as female characters. So as far as I'm concerned, the character I'm playing is as fabulous as she is. She's a woman. It's not a fella in a dress, and we don't get any laughs out of that. But yeah, the audiences have responded brilliantly to it. It's been an amazing piece because there's so much in it. It's a proper roller coaster of emotions, and Dublin particularly playing to the gay audience at the festival over there. We had gasps, laughter, tears, standing ovations. And the response was just incredible. Because it's got universal themes. It's lust, it's unrequited love, it's true love, it's scandal and intrigue. But I think particularly for a gay audience, there's so much to mine in it because it's not just your typical sort of coming out story. It's about true love, but it's also about a mother and her response when her son effectively tells her that he's in love with another man, and how she responds to that. And it's really moving. I mean, for all of us who've been involved, it's been an incredible experience.
And are those things presumably they're obviously relatable to what's going on now as well?
Absolutely. Well, funnily enough, particularly because the character, the sort of antagonist, if you like, who comes to the prison is a bishop. There are things about religion and how religion sort of copes with homosexuality and gay love affairs and everything, and particularly and marriage as well.
Oh, don't get us onto this, please, Ian. Do you know what? We've been covering this because it's coming to the end now, isn't it? The coalition thing. Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
Have you signed it? Because I know that you're civilly partnered to Mark Gattis. Would you love to be able to say you are married?
Yeah, I mean, we kind of already do. I mean, we don't talk about our civil partnership or the fact that we had a civil partnership. As far as we're concerned, we had a wedding and we're married, but to be able to do that efficiently, and for every sort of gay and lesbian couple who have had a civil partnership to be able to do that, I think is really important. I know some people kind of go, oh well, you've got civil partnerships, that's enough, but equal isn't. Equality is equality, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It's not. You can't have 5% of the pie, can you?
Absolutely.
I heard Mark on Desert Island Discs, and he was talking about your civil partnership. And there was a painting on the wall in the place where you had the civil partnership.
Yes, that's right.
Can you just tell us about that?
Well, it was the QC who prosecuted Oscar Wilde in the Marquess of Queensberry case. So, as part of his speech, he was actually able to flick the V's to him, and it felt like a little bit of a trip.
I love it. Who else can say that?
That's great.
And what makes you even more adorable, Ian, is on your Twitter, because we're following you on Twitter, is at Ian Hallard. There's a picture of you with your beautiful yellow lab.
Yes.
Is that a girl or a boy?
It's a boy.
Stunning.
Yes.
Look at that.
His name's Bunsen, so
Is he a little burner?
he is.
Very good.
Oh, brilliant. Well, listen, I love the sound of this play.
Yeah.
Just remind us where it's on and how people can find out more.
Yeah, absolutely. We're on at Greenwich Theatre tonight and tomorrow night, so 2nd and 3rd of June. Tickets are £12.50, £7.50 concessions, so they're very reasonably priced, I think. And those can be booked through the Greenwich Theatre website, which is greenwichtheatre.org.uk, or the website for the show is www.liliesonstage.com. So that's got all the information there that you kind of need. And I should just warn you that there are scenes of male nudity and pretty boys kissing. So
no, that's horrible. We don't want to see that.
That's either a warning or an incentive to book, depending on your perspective, I guess.
Really good talking to you, Ian. Thank you so much for coming on. Really appreciate it.
It's a pleasure. Lovely to speak to you too.
Wow.